All right, so those of you guys out there that need help with these Punnett squares, incomplete dominance, codominance, and also blood types, multiple allelic codominance. All right, so some of these answers I am not going to type. I'm going to say some of these answers. You're actually going to have to listen to me. So I'm going to type it just in case you're not listening to me. So I'm going to say some of the answers I won't type. So you will have to listen. All right, so don't type that. I'm just typing that for people that don't listen. All right, so here we go. First one we're going to do is incomplete dominance. So we have red snapdragons. That's a type of flower. So there's only two alleles when it comes to these snapdragon flowers, the R allele and the W. R for red, W for white. So red flowers have two red alleles. That's their genotype. Pink snapdragons, there's no pink allele. So for a snapdragon to be pink, this flower has a red allele and a white allele. White snapdragons have two white alleles, WW. All right, so since we know that, now it's just regular Punnett squares. So we're going to cross two pink flowers. So there's no P for pink, but there is an R and a W. So here we go. Pink flower has a red allele and a white allele they can give to its baby flowers. Another pink flower. So we got another R, W. Let's just fill in the boxes. This one right here is going to be RR. This one's going to be RW, pink. This one's going to be RW as well. And this one's going to be W from the top, W from the left. Genotypic ratio. I'm also not going to do all of these. Maybe I've lost you already, but I'm not going to do all of these. So the ones I don't do, you have to do yourself. I'm going to do most, but you're going to have to do a few. So if you don't do the ones I don't do, you're wasting your time right now because you got to do the ones I don't do in order to get any credit. Anyways, genotypic ratio. The top left is RR. I see one of those out of four has a genotype of big R, big R. I see two RWs, top right and bottom left. Two out of four have the genotype of RW. And the bottom right is WW. I only see one of those. One out of four will be WW. Phenotypic ratio, just what do these flowers look like? The RR, one out of four that's RR, they're going to be red flowers. The RW, two out of four, those are going to be pink flowers. And the one bottom right, WW, one out of four of those will be white. I'll do one more for you. You're going to have to do the middle one yourself. So if you don't do the middle one, once again, you're wasting your time. Might as well not do any of them because you'll still get the same score, which is 0. All right, pink. Once again, it'll have a red allele and a white allele. That makes it pink. And a white flower, it's going to have a white allele and another white allele. Since these are both white alleles, I'm going to go ahead and cross this one off. We don't have to do it twice. Didn't really save time, but I like to see that you can do that. All right, this is going to be R from the top, W from the left side, W from the top, W from the left. Genotypic ratio. Now we only have two boxes. I see top left is RW. One out of two will have the genotype of RW. And top right is WW. One out of two, one half or 50% will be WW. Phenotypic ratio. What do these flowers look like? The RW, half the flowers will be pink, and the other one half or 50% will be white. All right, so you're going to have to do this one in the middle. It's a red and a white. That's the easiest one possible. So I'll even tell you it's going to be RR for red, WW for white. All four boxes are going to be the same. They're going to be all RWs. They're all going to be pink. So remember, that was incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. Now down here, I'm going to do two of these. You're going to have to do the other one. If you don't do the other one, you're wasting your time because you're not going to get any credit. This is codominant. It's going to be exactly the same until we get to the phenotypes. Because with incomplete dominance, they blend together, RW blends together to make pink. Where in codominance, if you get RW genotype, it's not going to be pink. It's going to turn into red and white. You're going to get both traits together. All right, so first of all, I'll do this easy one over here. You guys got to do the easy one. The last one, I get to do this easy one. A red cow. So these aren't flowers, but some flowers do this as well. But with cattle, a red cow, it's not really red, it's more brown, but it's got a red allele and another red allele. That's why it's red. And we're going to cross that with a white cow. So a white cow's got two white alleles, two W's. All right, so this one's super easy because these are both W's. I can cross one out. Since these are both R's, I can cross that out. And so I just got one square. R from the top, W from the left. Genotypic ratio. 100% of these baby cows, these calves, will have the genotype of RW. Now here's the only difference between incomplete dominance and codominance. If RW and incomplete dominance would be pink, but there's no pink cows. This time, 100% will be what's called roan, which means they're red and white. So they got both red and white, so it doesn't blend together. You get both traits, red, patches of red and patches of white. I'll do this middle one right here. Red versus roan. Red cow's going to have 2 red alleles. Boom. These are so easy once you get the hang of them. A roan cow's going to have, he's red and white, so he's going to have a red allele and a white allele. Since these are both R's, I'm going to cross out this one because we don't need to do it twice, because guess what? 1/2 is the same as 2/4. It's both 50%. This one's going to be red from the, or R from the top, R from the left. R from the top, W from the left. Done. Genotypic ratios, count them up. I see one of them is RR. 1 out of 2, 1/2 is RR genotype. And the other one, bottom left, 1 out of 2 is RW. Once again, so 1/2 of the cattle, maybe the calves, will be red, RR. And if this was incomplete dominance, RW would be pink, but since it's co-dominance, the other half is going to be roan, what's called roan, which is red and white. All right, now remember, you got to do this one, roan crossed with a roan. So I'll tell you what it is. It's going to be RW crossed with an RW. Remember, if you're not doing the ones I don't do, you're wasting your time. You got to, so I'm doing most of it, but you got to do a little bit of it. All right, so number 10, you're going to have to do yourself. It's asking, what 2 colors of cattle would you want to breed if you want to get the maximum number of roan? So you want the maximum number of this genotype, RW. And you're not going to cross 2 RWs, 2 roan cows. That'll only give you 50% roan. A little hint, if you look at one of the ones I did, you can get 100% roan. So look at one of these, and that's basically the answer to 10. All right, blood types. I'm going to cross this out because these confuse people. Don't even look at this stuff. Let's look over here. We got 4 different blood types. We got type O. O is recessive. It's genotype. There's only one genotype you can have. I'm type O. You got to have 2 recessive. These are the O alleles, little I. Then there's AB, the rarest of blood types. There's only one genotype for A. You got to have an A allele, which is big I A, and a B allele, which is big I B. All right, easy so far, pretty easy. Type A blood, 2 genotypes. You can be homozygous. So you have big I A, 2 type A alleles. But you can also be heterozygous. Big IA, the A allele, and the recessive O. Since O is recessive, A is dominant, you're going to have type A blood. And the same thing with type B. There's 2 different genotypes. You can be homozygous, 2 B alleles, or you can be much more common. You can be heterozygous, a type B allele and the recessive type O. All right, so here we go. Here's an easy one. Father is type O, mother is type O. Oh, what's the genotype? Right there. So both parents have that genotype. I'm going to type it because it's easier. All right, so little I, little I. Remember, I'm not going to do all these. I'll do most of them. Little I, little I. Hey, I wonder what all the boxes are going to be. Since all these are I's, these are both little I's. I can cross one out. These are both, oh, I didn't want to cross that out. Eraser. Since these are both little I's, I can cross this out. All 4 boxes are going to be the same. All the kids are going to have little I genotype. That's type O blood. And guess what? If all your kids are going to have type O blood, that equals 100%. Now, you don't have to put 0, 0, and 0, because I know if it's 100%, obviously the rest are going to be 0. Father is homozygous type A. All right. So here we go. What's his genotype? The father, he's got an A allele, big IA. He's homozygous, so it's the same. He's going to have another big IA. Mom over here is homozygous type B. So she's going to have a B allele, big IB, and another B allele, big IB. All right, once again, since these are both big IBs, I can cross out this row. And since these are both big IAs, I can cross out this column. Yes, now it's only one. Saves me a little time. All right, this guy's big IA, big IA, big IB. So he's got an A allele and a B allele. So all 4 boxes would have been the same. 100% of their kids are going to be type AB. Here's, let me see. I'm gonna start this one off for you, and you're gonna finish it. Remember, if you don't finish it, don't even start it, because you're not gonna get credit for this whole assignment unless you do. Father is heterozygous type A, so I'm gonna give you the father's genotype. You're gonna have to do the mom. Heterozygous, so he's obviously got a type A allele. There it is. His other allele cannot be another big IA because he wouldn't be heterozygous. He would be homozygous, and it can't be this. It can't be big IB because then he wouldn't be type A blood. He'd be type AB. So he's got to have the little I, heterozygous. You're going to have to figure out the mom's genotype and then fill in this Punnett square. The mother is type B heterozygous. I'll give you a start to her. Obviously, if she's type B, she's got to have a type B allele. Now you're going to have to figure out what her other allele is and then put it in the Punnett square and figure out the percent. All right, now next one. Pretend that Brad Pitt is homozygous for type B and Angelina Jolie. They're married. I don't know if they're still married, but they used to be married. What are all the possible blood types of their babies? All right, so we'll put Brad Pitt on the top. He's homozygous type B, big IB, and he's homozygous, so he's gonna have another B allele, big IB. Angelina Jolie is type O, so she's gonna have two O alleles. Don't put O; it's little I, little I. Those are the alleles for type O blood. All right, we can do some crossing off. Since these are both little I's, we can cross off one. Since these are both big I, big B, we can cross off that. All right, so all four boxes would have been the same. 1 out of 1 is the same as 4 out of 4. It's 100%. Big IB from Dad and little I from Angelina Jolie. So what are their kids going to be? All of them. 100% of their kids will be type B. Because remember, O is recessive. So you have a B allele in the type O. You have type B blood. I'm going to let you do this one. Mother's type O, father's type AB. So you can put the mother. I'll start you off. But remember, you got to finish it. Here's the mom. She's type O. So she can give her O allele, one of her O alleles, or their other O allele. Put the dad on the side. He's AB. And then fill in the rest of the Punnett square. All right, let's see this one. Parents think their baby was switched to the hospital. It's 1968, so there's no DNA. The mother has type O. Perfect. All right, it's easy. Type O. O allele, O allele. The father's type AB. AB. So he's got a allele, big I A. He's got a B allele, big I B. All right, we can't cross any out because these are both different. Oh no, we can cross these out because they're both little I's. Two little I's, I can cross out one column. All right, over here we got big I A, little I, type A, heterozygous. Big I B, little I, type B, heterozygous. Mother's genotype, she's little I, because she was type O. Father's genotype, he's AB, so he's got a big IA and a big IB. Let me put a little space in there so big IB, so you can see the two alleles. Easier to see the two alleles. The baby's genotypes, there's two of them. They could be, well, let's see. The baby is blood type B. All right, so this is the baby right here. So there's no two different types. There shouldn't be any or here. Because if it's type B, it's going to be this specific genotype. So there's only one possibility: big IB and little I, because we know the kid's got a little I because she had to get it from mom. Was the baby switched? It could be. I mean, it's possible, but we can't tell if it was. It works. The blood types work. Two other parents also think the baby was switched at the hospital. Amy, the mother, has type A. I'm gonna have you guys do this. Amy, the mother, has type A. I'll start it out for you. Then you're gonna have to do the rest. Move that thing. So I'm going to make her heterozygous. It doesn't say heterozygous, but I'm going to do it anyways. Big I A allele and an O allele. Linville, the father, has type B. Once again, I'm gonna make him heterozygous. Big I B, little I. And I'll go ahead and do it. All right, so let's fill it in. I really only need to fill in because the baby is type AB. So I just need to see if this is their baby. And right here, big I A, big I B. And there's your type AB. All right, so the mother's genotype, she could have two of them. She's type A, so she could be homozygous. Big I A, big I A. Two alleles right there. Or she could be heterozygous. Big I A, little I. Father, Linville, he's type B, so he could have two genotypes. He'd be homozygous. He could have the B allele. Why isn't it typing? There we go. Big IB, big IB, homozygous. Or he can be heterozygous. The B allele, big IB. That's one allele, two letters. That's one allele. Little I for the O allele. The baby's genotype, once again, I don't know why it says or, because if the baby's type AB, there's only one genotype. Big I A, the A allele, big I B, the B allele, and that's it. Could the baby actually be theirs? Yes. How do you know? Well, you look right here. Look, wink, there it is. Type AB is possible with these two parents. Type AB is definitely possible. All right, last one. Which two men could not be the father? So the mother is type A blood and the baby is type B. So the baby is going to need one of these alleles, big IB. So basically it's asking which one of these fathers have a chance to give this big IB allele. The male man, here's his two alleles, because Obviously, if the baby has a big IB, it can't come from the mother because she doesn't have one. She's type A. She doesn't have a B allele. The mailman here is type O, so he has two little I's. Sorry, mailman, you are not the father. Well, I guess that's what we're looking for. Let me erase that. Mailman, you are not the father, so I'm going to circle him because he's type O. He can't be the father. He doesn't have a B allele to give. The butcher here, he's got a B allele, so he could be the father. So I'm going to cross him out. The waiter is type A, so he does not have a B allele. So the waiter is the other guy that cannot be the father. Cable guy has a B allele. He can give that to the baby, so he cannot be it. So our answer is the two people that could not be the father of that baby is the mailman and the waiter. All right, so make sure you do all of these. You do not have to fill in this Punnett square, but all the rest of the ones I did not do, like that one and this one. I mean, seriously, you're only doing like 4 Punnett squares, so it's really not that hard. All right, hopefully this is pretty easy for you, and I'll see you next time.